Frozen Terrors 3. Mysterious Disappearances. Welcome, my friends, to a place where darkness lingers beneath the ice and chilling mysteries lie dormant beneath a frozen surface. Today we delve into the unsettling tales of 3 disappearances, swallowed by the unforgiving grip of frozen lakes. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and let the unsettling melodies carry you away to these desolate landscapes. Imagine the biting wind whipping across the frozen expanse, the eerie silence punctuated only by the groan of shifting ice. The vanishing ice fisherman Old Man Hemlock knew the lake like the back of his wrinkled hand. For over 50 years he'd braved the biting winds and treacherous ice, always returning with a tail and a bucket full of fish. But on one particularly frigid February morning, the lake fell silent, holding its breath as Old Man Hemlock ventured out, never to be seen again. The ice was his domain, a desolate checkerboard of frozen water and windswept snow. Locals knew better than to disturb him during his solitary rituals. But as the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the ice, a sense of unease settled over the small lakeside community. A group of concerned neighbors, their faces etched with worry, decided to check on the old man. Armed with lanterns and a growing sense of dread, they cautiously made their way onto the ice, their every step punctuated by the crunch of their boots on the frozen surface. The dim glow of their lanterns illuminated the stark landscape, revealing Old Man Hemlock's usual fishing spot. But something was wrong. The ice was undisturbed, save for a single solitary fishing hole staring back at them like a vacant eye. Next to the hole lay Old Man Hemlock's bucket, his trusty fishing rod still planted firmly beside it. But the old man himself was nowhere to be found. Panic surged through the group as they frantically searched the surrounding area, their calls echoing unanswered across the desolate expanse. Days turned into weeks, and the search parties dwindled, their hope fading with each passing hour. The icy grip of the lake refused to relinquish its secrets, leaving the community to grapple with the unsettling truth. Old Man Hemlock had vanished without a trace. Theories swirled like snowflakes caught in a winter wind. Some whispered of thin ice, claiming the lake had claimed another victim. Others spoke of a sudden illness, a dizzy spell that sent the old man plunging into the icy depths. But the most unsettling theory of all whispered of something sinister lurking beneath the frozen surface, something ancient and hungry, waiting for the opportune moment to snatch its unsuspecting prey. The old-timers, their faces weathered by time and hardship, shook their heads, their eyes reflecting the icy chill that had settled over the town. They spoke of a legend, passed down through generations, of a malevolent spirit that haunted the lake, dragging unsuspecting souls into its watery grave. As the years passed, the memory of Old Man Hemlock faded, becoming another chilling tale whispered around crackling fires on long winter nights. But the lake never forgot. It held its secrets close, a constant reminder that some mysteries are better left unsolved. And every now and then, when the wind howled across the frozen wasteland, carrying with it the faint scent of fish and the echo of distant laughter, the locals would remember Old Man Hemlock, and they would shiver, for they knew that the lake was always listening, waiting for its next victim. The Lost Skater. The winter sun painted the snow-covered town in hues of pink and orange, casting long, inviting shadows across the frozen surface of Crystal Lake. Laughter echoed across the ice as children, bundled in brightly colored snowsuits, glided effortlessly on their skates. Among them was Emily, a spirited 12-year-old with eyes that sparkled like the frost-covered trees lining the shore. Her laughter was infectious, her joy as bright and pure as the winter sky above. She skated with a natural grace, her laughter carrying on the crisp winter air. As the afternoon wore on, the other children began to tire, their laughter fading as they made their way towards the warmth of their homes. But Emily's energy seemed boundless. She lingered on the ice, her laughter echoing in the growing stillness. Enthralled by the beauty of the frozen landscape, Emily ventured further out onto the lake, her skates etching graceful patterns into the pristine surface. She twirled and glided, her laughter the only sound disturbing the tranquil silence. Unaware of the deepening twilight and the growing concern of her family, Emily continued her solitary dance on the ice. The sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of purple and orange, casting long, eerie shadows across the frozen expanse. As darkness descended, Emily's laughter faded, replaced by a growing unease. She turned to skate back to shore, but the familiar landmarks seemed distorted, unfamiliar in the fading light. Panic welled up inside her, constricting her breath, making her chest ache. She called out for help, her voice a thin, reedy sound that was swallowed by the vast emptiness. The only response was the mournful sigh of the wind, whistling across the frozen wasteland. Fear, cold and sharp, pierced through Emily's thick winter coat, chilling her to the bone. Frantic, she skated in circles, desperate to find her way back to the safety of the shore. But the more she skated, the more disoriented she became. The once familiar lake had transformed into a labyrinth of ice and shadows, holding her captive in its frigid embrace. As darkness enveloped the lake, Emily's hope began to dwindle, replaced by a bone-chilling certainty that she was utterly and terrifyingly alone. The last vestiges of daylight faded, and the stars emerged, cold and indifferent, offering no comfort to the lost girl. The next morning, the townspeople awoke to find Crystal Lake eerily silent. Emily's family, their faces etched with worry and exhaustion, searched frantically for their beloved daughter. The community rallied, forming search parties that combed the frozen surface and the surrounding woods. But their efforts proved futile. Emily had vanished without a trace, leaving behind nothing but a haunting silence and a chilling mystery that would forever cast a shadow over the once joyful town. Chapter 3. The ghostly figure. Blackwood Lake, shrouded in an eternal mist, had long been feared by the locals. They whispered of strange occurrences, unexplained lights, and eerie sounds from its depths. The most unsettling tales spoke of a ghostly figure, gliding silently across the frozen surface. It appeared on the coldest, darkest nights, barely discernible against the snow and ice. Some claimed it was the spirit of a young woman who had drowned, her soul forever tethered to the icy depths. One frigid December night, a group of teenagers, emboldened by bravado, ventured onto the frozen lake. They laughed off the warnings, dismissing the tales as superstition. Armed with flashlights, they made their way onto the ice, their laughter echoing across the stillness. The air hung heavy with anticipation, a palpable tension crackling like static electricity. As they ventured further, the temperature plummeted and a thick fog rolled in, enveloping them in eerie silence. The playful atmosphere shifted, replaced by an unsettling sense of dread. Suddenly, one teenager gasped, pointing towards a distant figure gliding silently across the ice. The others followed his gaze, their blood turning to ice in their veins. The figure was tall and slender, draped in a long, flowing white gown. It moved with unnatural grace, gliding effortlessly without leaving a single footprint. Terror gripped the teenagers, rooting them to the spot. They watched as the figure turned towards them, its face obscured by the mist. A collective gasp escaped their lips as they realized the figure had no face. Where its eyes should have been, there was only a smooth, featureless expanse. Panic surged through the group as they turned and ran, their footsteps clumsy on the ice. They stumbled and fell, their fear propelling them forward. But the figure was relentless, gliding effortlessly behind them. One by one, the teenagers disappeared into the fog, their screams swallowed by the silence. The next morning, the townspeople discovered the teenagers' abandoned belongings scattered across the ice. But the teenagers themselves were gone, vanished without a trace. The ghostly figure was never seen again, but the legend of Blackwood Lake lived on. On the coldest, darkest nights, the locals would huddle around their fires, sharing tales of the ghostly figure and the unfortunate souls who dared to cross its path. These stories, my friends, serve as chilling reminders that beneath the surface of our world, beneath the veneer of normalcy, lies a realm of mystery and terror. The frozen lakes, serene and beautiful, hold secrets best left undisturbed. They whisper tales of those lost to the icy depths, their fates forever entwined with the unforgiving grip of winter. Remember their stories, and always tread carefully when venturing onto the ice. For you never know what lurks beneath the surface, waiting to claim its next victim. Stay safe, my friends, and until next time, keep the light on. If you enjoyed tonight's journey into the darkness, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel for more chilling tales from the shadows, and let me know in the comments below, have you ever had a terrifying experience on a frozen lake?